All right, my cybersecurity tip of the month really has to do with business owners engaging in the overall conversation and awareness of their technology. I see it way too often where the business owner just is not engaged. They don't know. And ultimately, I'm there because I'm fixing a big problem that if they would have been engaged, they would have seen months and months earlier. I understand it's very difficult for business owners to know all things and be all things to all people. Actually, it's impossible. That's why you hire guys like me to help you. But you need to really stay engaged to the point to where you can know if that person that you've hired is actually effective and good overall for your business. Because the challenge is that there's such a change that is always happening in the overall technology and cybersecurity in businesses. And as leaders of the organizations, business owners really play such a critical responsibility to stay with that active engagement in these areas. Because if we don't understand and prioritize cybersecurity and keeping up with technology advancements, what happens over time is that the business A could be compromised and data loss really hurt your reputation, or B ultimately underperform because you don't have the right technology. You lose staff. There's been all kinds of studies that talk about, especially some of the younger generations, they'll leave one job and go to another just because of the technology that's there. A lot of, they say a lot of times their technology at home or their personal technology is much better than the businesses, and that frustrates them. And ultimately, they look at the business owner with a jaundiced eye, if you will, and thinking that they don't care about them, or they're ignorant to the fact of how technology works. So really, I just can't encourage enough that business owners have to recognize that the cybersecurity is not solely the domain of IT professionals. It's that integral part of business, and it takes a couple of things like safeguarding of sensitive data. You got to recognize where your data is and how to protect it. You need to ultimately maintain financial risk. A lot of times with technology, they talk about, like in an accounting perspective, we're talking about, controls, having not the same person opening the mail that's paying the bills and writing the checks. You need to have and some insight as to what's going on so that you're maintaining ultimately the financial well-being of your company. And what that's doing ultimately is building trust with not only your clients, of course, because you're going to be able to serve them faster and better and keep yourself viable and lower your overall risk, but also, again, like I said before, with your technology. And just can't stress enough how technology enhances the operational efficiency and ultimately can give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace to be able to reach more people, to do it faster, stronger, better than your competitor. Like even onboarding, if you stay engaged with your technology, you're able to onboard new employees faster than your competitors. This enables you to have that agile decision making because you know how it operates, what's out there, what's going on, and all of the dynamics that are taking place that can be there. Even like, say, let's talk about the flexibility and also the security awareness you need to have whenever we have our employees working from home. So really, in conclusion, technology is the driving force behind our businesses, and business owners just have to recognize that they're it's a pivotal role that they play in cybersecurity and technology. But by staying proactive and actively engaged in these areas, business owners not only can protect their assets, they can maintain their customer trust, drive innovation, grow their company, inspire or help their people to be more effective in what they do. And ultimately, it'll end in really good things for your business. If you'd like to discuss some quick, easy ways to determine, like where your technology is, where your cybersecurity is, hit me up. I'd be happy. I do that all the time, and it's not a big, lengthy process. There are some very standards in industry that we can look at and then do what I call a gap analysis or a baseline report with a gap analysis to show you like, hey, here's where you are, here's where like what I would say the industry standard is, and how do we get you from point A to point B, and how do we meet and talk about things on a level. Of course, techs are bad about geek speak, and that turns business owners off, but let's have a business conversation about technology so it really can invigorate your overall operation and protect it. If you have questions, please reach out.